Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage, Huntsville. Y'all know I all hear. Anything I say is alleged in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description. Some housekeeping, some meat and potato items. It is free to follow me, free to subscribe to this channel, Anonymous Tea, free to subscribe to my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. We got a video over there on the traders, and also free to follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram, on the Instagrammies at Anonymous Reality Tea. It is also free to share everywhere this video, you guys, to copy it, to repost it, and all of the things so it gets out there, you guys, so everybody can see it. So in this video, you guys, we need to talk about the fallout of Mel leaving. Like, I feel like I am in an alternate universe. I feel like I'm in an alternate universe because I am so disturbed at this victim act that Carlos King is going to try to pull off. And we got to talk about it, you guys. We've got to talk about it. There has been so many lies that are being spread right now. I am confused by the Mel haters which Carlos King is like the CEO of, by the way. I am confused as to how is it Mel has warned you before that she was going to quit the show, that she was about to quit the show because of how y'all were treating her before. And then you decided, oh, well, since she didn't quit then, let's amp up the bullying, the attacking, the obsession with Martell, all of these things, and let's get her out. And Mel told you, Carlos King, to your face. In January 2024, she wanted Martell fired from this show. And she felt unprotected, and she felt like you knew what Martell was doing behind the scenes and chose not to act. And instead of you listening to a black woman telling you to your face she feels unprotected, make some changes despite her having security and having to order and pay for additional security, Martell is still unhinged. You pivot and claim you're not as involved with the show and bring out Sonny and Moses. Completely tone-deaf behavior. And this is the problem, Carlos King. You do not care how far you go with these cast members on your reality shows, and then you want to act dumbfounded when they leave. Just like, and I wanted to do this video in particular because Carlos King telling Tasha K that he had no clue, that he's shocked, that he's blindsided, that Mel is leaving Love and Marriage Huntsville, even though she's sent in the resignation back in December 2024. We are in February 1st right now of 2025, y'all. Even though he's trying to play this act like he's clueless, he's got to gather his bearings, he's got to figure out what's going on, even though he's already said that at the end of 2024, there were already pre-production meetings of what's going to take place this season. Tisha and Marceau already confirmed in that live that they did that there were already pre-production meetings of what the storylines were going to be this season. That's why he was trying to shut down what Martell was doing and everything else, because they didn't want to talk about the alleged affair with the train. Or no, not the alleged affair with the train, the alleged affair with the plane. But nonetheless, you pulled this nonsense on Bell Collective too. You lied to Aikisha and Soguchi about Selena being on Bell Collective. You apparently allegedly told them, according to their appearances on your Mr. Monday shows, you told them that she was not going to be a Belle, she was not going to be a cast member, she was going to be a friend of, and what have you. And you told them that in personal conversations, allegedly, only for them to find out that she was not only going to be a Belle, but she was in fact filming for the show and filming her daughter's baby shower and all of the things. And then you take it a step further and, give Selena a Belle at the reunion. You officially anoint her as a Belle at that Bell Collective reunion. So Carlos King, here's the problem with you. You are way too messy. You lie way too much. You tell each cast member in private what you think that they want to hear. Meanwhile, you instruct your showrunner, you instruct your production team to completely do the opposite of whatever foolishness you're telling the talent. It is a conflict of interest. You are trying to destroy all of these black people, and the black people on your shows that actually have to tell legitimate stories and legitimate issues that are going on. You protect them and have them have a whole fabricated life on a show that's supposed to be reality. And the people who have given you the most authentic of their lives, you turn on them when they reach a certain level of success. We saw it. You do this to Candy. When certain talent on your shows reach a certain level of success, you get intimidated, you get pissed off, and you start to ruin their edits on the show. And it's like clockwork. And you denying RAPE gate, now it makes more and more, it makes you look more and more guilty, Carlos. Because why isn't Phaedra still messing with you? She still will not do an interview with you. And even if she does at this point, it won't matter. It would be to soften any backlash. Just like you played in Nene's face and ignored Nene from your little special on your canceled nightcap show of highlighting the OGs of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and you didn't even have Nene Leakes there, the person who was responsible for that show even taking off and recommending people to be on the show in the first place. That was a slap in the face. An absolute slap in the face. And as long as you felt that Mel was a minion to you or was going to believe your lies, you had no problem parading her around on every blog, on every live, on every interview to promote this show. But once Mel started elevating, I'm calling her money-making Mel because I knew she was about to ascend to heights that nobody else on this show was going to. You wanted her to hire you to be the team manager so you could keep her controlled. You could keep her in a box. You could keep her in the Kingdom Reign umbrella so that she could never soar and fly like the Phoenix. But Mel peeped game. Mel saw the money she was making off of all of these other deals that she had going on, and it made zero sense to add you to any part of it. And then you decide you want to be the talent with this YouTube channel. You decide that you're going to use your YouTube channel to throw shade at your own talent, at your own cast members of your own reality shows, and act like nobody is going to retaliate. And had the audacity to shade your one Raindrop fan who called out that people said this was a conflict of interest. You claimed you don't see social media. You have a social media manager. You don't see what's going on. No. You see everything that's going on, Carlos King. You do not like constructive criticism. And then furthermore, you don't like to get dragged when you get exposed after you can't accept the constructive criticism. It was you that told the people that they were not going to tell you what to do with your shows and that you were going to run your shows into the ground any way that you pleased. But nonetheless, all these people quitting is not a good look on you, your reputation, or your company. So you can post about the Atlanta reality TV stars or the Hollywood, Beverly Hills and OC girls as much as you want to. All of the people who are on Bravo or former cast members of Real Housewives of Atlanta, such as Marlo Hampton and others. You can do all that. You could pretend everything is all good on social media. You could take all these extended vacations and be international, child, with other people's significant others planning the trips and sponsoring you and all the things. But it doesn't erase the fact that there is a huge issue going on, Carlos King, and you are front and center of it. Trying to act like you had no clue Mel was leaving. And then all of these articles that were coming out saying Mel and Martell needed to leave the show as if you were not behind it. allegedly, because you're best friends with one of the people who wrote one of those articles about Mel and Tel damaging the show. I thought Mel ruined the show. I thought Mel was toxic and was the reason that the show was where it was. So it was best for her to go. So why are all of y'all now doing a 180? Oh my gosh, I can't believe Mel left. I can't believe Mel quit. Why isn't Mel coming back to the show? Oh my gosh. La, 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 la. What are we going to do? What do you mean? You knew this. That's why you allegedly brought back Tisha's mom. That's why people are trying to make fetch happen and now trying to push Martel's concubine on the show. But now all of a sudden, they don't want that because they realize if Mel's not there, there is no point for her to be there other than to go after the Scotts. And we know she's allegedly cool with Destiny, and allegedly she might film with Kimmy. So who does that leave that she's going to go after? She's going to go after Marceau and Tisha. And what, have a back and forth with, Tisha's mom, who said nothing but great things about her all this time, called her and Martel a power couple all this time. But now all of a sudden she's going to be on there to disrespect your daughter, to call your daughter slow, which she called in that interview. She called her daughter slow in that interview. With the plane. So now all of a sudden y'all have this moment of clarity. Y'all thought she was actually going to be on the show in any capacity as long as Mel was there? Make it make sense. And I keep telling you, the concubine told you herself that she signed away her rights a long time ago. And that Carlos King, ironically, finds her a liability. But for some reason, doesn't find Martel a liability. Make it make sense. She has insulted Carlos King and Oprah beyond anything. So why would she now get rewarded to be on the show? Martel doesn't want that to happen because he is trying to control whatever money he is getting from the show to limit the access to funds that his concubine has so that she doesn't put him on child support. So why would she be rewarded with a check, you guys? Why aren't y'all putting two and two together? But the rumor is, as of now, nobody has heard of Martel filming anything yet. So it'll be interesting to see if Mel's departure is going to result in a Martel departure as well. Because in the mind of Carlos King, he sees Mel and Tel as a unit, whether they're filming together or not, whether they're together or not. So that's what I am curious to see. Because Martel filmed on day 1 of January of last year when he, quote unquote, got arrested because he knew that there was a warrant out because who told him? See, Mel peeped game, y'all, that a lot of the conversations and things that she thought that she was having with Carlos King, that the relationship that she thought that she had, that it was phony, that he was using her, to line his pockets and to keep the show going, and wanted her to stay ingrained in the show, didn't want her to prosper. Mel peeped game. And once he didn't want to get rid of Martel, and then the stunt that he pulls at the season finale of trying to have Martel sit at the same table as Mel at the vow renewal reception, no. And then having them together still on that reunion stage for what? They didn't interact the entire season, and now you want them to argue about their court cases? You're not protecting black women, Carlos King. You're not respecting their boundaries. And there is way too many black women who are quitting your shows at a record rate, and you're doing nothing about it. And the thing is this: none of them are coming back. This isn't a Bravo situation where these people are making well over 6 figures and up. I told y'all the people are making monopoly money. Except for the people that might be Mel and Tel. Everyone else isn't rolling like that. Because if they were, they wouldn't be doing on the most on social media trying to sell y'all a dream. And doing the most on the show, trying to film empty projects and empty businesses and office spaces, trying to make it seem like everything's been in process, when everything's been in process for the past 6 years the show's been on the air. Can you make it make sense? But I'm going to need y'all to find a new lie, find a new goalpost to blame why y'all are in your feelings for real, for real. Y'all worried about the wrong thing. See, y'all thought that Tisha's mom being back on the show and potentially Martel's concubine being on the show, that this was going to be more ammo to go against Mel. And that Mel somehow was going to be the recipient of all these attacks. And some of y'all were even though y'all allegedly knew that Tisha's mom was back on the show, some of y'all were still spreading lies that Mel was still going to be back on the show and that there was no way she would ever turn her back on the show. And now all of a sudden it's Mel's show again, so how could she leave? And now y'all are pissed off and y'all are in y'all feelings because y'all realize that there is no content without Mel. And whatever it is that y'all are filming, it's going to be basically Hunger Games. It's going to be everybody. It's going to be dog eat dog. Everyone's going to have to turn on each other for there to be decent television. And you're going to have to go to the bottom of the barrel. You're going to have to go gutter to make something shake. They didn't bring on Tisha's mom for black excellence, and if they do bring on Martel's train, it's definitely not for black excellence. Y'all gotta think. It is going to continue to run the show into the ground and continue to make black people look crazy and make it look even more ghetto and more trifling and more ratchet than it already is. So nonetheless, who is tuning in for that? That is why. Why do y'all think there still is not an official press release this show is coming back? What are the people filming? I think there is a lot of HELL that Mel has raised with this 2-hour live, y'all. And I think there is some investigations going on. This is my opinion. This is no inside information. But I think there is a lot hanging on to these ratings for these reunion episodes, y'all. And I think there is a lot more backlash that is about to be coming before we even talk about a new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And that is why all of a sudden, you know, people want to admit that they've seen the Revenge P and that the Revenge P is real. No. You've known for 2 years. Y'all have been in these Facebook groups confirming that y'all knew. Y'all doing way too much. Way too much, but now all of a sudden y'all all want to play victims now. And y'all all want to make this look like Mel did something wrong, Mel did something vindictive, Mel was unprofessional, Mel was this, Mel was that. No. Y'all knew exactly what type of time she was on. Y'all just never expected her to pull the trigger. And Carlos King, you definitely knew. You're just upset that you cannot make this show shake the way that you want it to because you have people who are not willing to work, which is what you said on Tamar Braxton's show. Another confirmation Mel had been gone because the people that you were dealing with did not want to address things. It was okay to address social media if it was against Mel and Tel. All social media rumors about them were okay, but if it's about anybody else in the cast, it's a problem. Y'all can't function like that. Everything's got to be on the table or y'all are looking phony. And that is why continuously social media has taken over this show because y'all refuse to be transparent. But we're going to see at this point how much filming is going to be lasting at this point. Without an official announcement, the show's coming back. And depending on how these ratings go for these reunion episodes, because I think a rude awakening is about to happen. We'll see whether or not an actual blackout for real is going to take place. Because we know some people said that they were blacking out, but they were still watching the show behind the scenes. What is a real blackout? Not tuning into this show at all, not having it on your DVR, not trying to watch it on the back end or whatever. Not tuning into any of it, not giving any of it a click or a view. Not entertaining the digital exclusive clips that OWN posts on the YouTube channel. Not doing any of it, y'all. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.